Alright guys, and we are live. Welcome to the stream. We're already like barely starting the stream and we're not doing so well. My controller is already dying. Gotta charge that boy. Just charged it. Yeah, yeah, we are definitely not ready for this. But anyways guys, today we're gonna do the second class trial. We're gonna start right back where we left off on Danganronpa. Apologies for not streaming it like we were usually planning to that other day. But hey, we're here now and we're gonna do it. And we're gonna see who is the blackened. Or I should say, who killed our friend Ryoma. R.I.P. Ryoma. That guy was he had his issues, but I mean, he wasn't a bad guy, you know? Just because you a bad guy, don't make you a bad guy, you know, kind of trope. But anyways, let's go behind the red doors that will take us to the Shrine of Judgment. I'm sure you guys have noticed, we have a YouTube channel now. Yay! Everyone. We will start streaming here on Twitch and at YouTube at the same time. I know we usually do Kick and then Twitch, but we're gonna move over to YouTube just because Kick's full of a lot of like scammers and bots, and I'll be honest with y'all, it gets kind of annoying getting spammed all the time with those bot messages. What? We got nothing to worry about, rat assholes. We'll figure out who the culprit, won't we?
Don't worry.
Who you calling a-holes?
Hey.
Himiko, you are in hot water right now, girl. You are in danger. You're mad suspicious. Look how sweaty she is. How do we know you're not the one that killed Ryoma? How dare you bully Himiko, you degenerate? How'd you hear me through the screen? You want me to Aikido chop your head off? No, don't do it, Tenko. I didn't mean it.
Wait.
Psych, I meant it. That's not even Aikido anymore, is it?
Either way.
Okay.
That's right.
Save your arguments for when we're actually doing the trial, guys. Like, we're wasting energy here. Like, I'm surprised Monokuma hasn't said anything. Usually he's really impatient. It's like, get inside the Shrine of Judgment already. Let's get this trial going, etc. There, he'll say something sexual. Alright, you already know what to do. Let's get this, let's get the ball rolling. Get this thing going. Alright, Monokuma, do your thing. Damn! That is the buffest Monokuma I have seen. There's more than one. Oh yeah, there is more than one. The second game, they showed they had a whole factory dedicated to his ass. The door appeared before us with pomp, as if sending heroes off to war. Well, we're about to enter a war with words, per se. We were silent. All I could hear was our unsteady breathing. Just as we passed through the door.
Incoming ad break.
Incoming ad break. Thank you for telling us, little guy. Experion. It started up again. Normally, I wouldn't mind the shaking, but I'm feeling especially sensitive to it now. Each of us felt that trembling through our entire bodies as we sank further still.
Welcome, Mr.
Hey, Miss
22,
22! Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Thank you for welcoming him, Experion. I see you're not just here for show. You're actually a useful pet. Doing pretty good, mister. We're finally gonna see who killed our friend Ryoma here in this last trial that we made it to today. As you can see, we added a new addition to stream. Over there in the bottom left corner is Experion, my pet, who not only complains about being hungry all the time, he also does
Welcome, Mr.
interesting things like
Undersculpture
welcome chat
Falls.
members. Why are you welcoming me? I'm the owner of the channel, Experion. This dude. If you ask for food, I'm not giving you food, Experion. We're putting you on a strict diet. He'll ask for food, we'll just wait and see. He always does. I think he's the owner now, bro. No, I'm the owner. You don't own me, I own you. I gave birth to you. Actually, let me word that differently. I created you. I didn't birth him. I made him. Artificially, of course.
Wonderful.
But I am happy to be used as a slave by father. Why would you say that? Bro wants to be a slave so bad. Not just to anyone but Monokuma, his father.
What are you saying?
As if they couldn't get more unhinged. You idiots are really committed to this henchman bit.
They're so cute.
You guys are just so cute that I can't help working you to the bone. Not with that face, bro. Get rid of that face. You look like you're about to lick him again. Yeah, that is wild. You put a lot of elaborate detail into this courtroom, almost like it's for show. Monokuma is horny as ever. If I was to look up the definition of degeneracy and horniness, a picture of him would be right under the definition. Bro, it was so hot working today. Was it really? Yeah, the weather has been very bipolar. Like, some days it will be like really rainy. Some days it will be like, you know, kind of, you know, decent, relaxed, you know? And then other days it will be like so hot that you're like in the desert. I feel like the humidity makes it worse. You're hungry? See, I knew you would say you're hungry. All right. Somebody needs to feed him. Yeah, hot as heck down here. And wearing the suit all day makes it hotter. Oh, beekeeping suit. Okay. Dude, I bet it would make it hotter having to wear like a suit like that. Fun fact, y'all can feed Experion with channel points. It's gonna be at the very bottom though. Let me feed him. Here you go, you fat ass. It's delicious, uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, eat your food. You're lucky I'm nice. Big back, he is a big back. But apparently if you feed him, he levels up a little bit. And if he levels up, he changes color. Or changes into something cool. Yeah. My little Experion. You could either give him food or you can give him something to drink, like a hydrate. Experion, how are you hungry? We're only 11 minutes into the stream. Are we still hungry from the last time we streamed? Is that why? Well, poor bro was starving. Wonder if I can do something like that with a bee. I think so. I think they have different pets. You just have to like pick the one that you want, give them a name, and then you have to do the browser source on OBS or whatever you use. I know there's like a dragon. I don't know what other animals there are. It's called Pando. It's like a Twitch extension. A good friend of mine, he told me about it. He's like, hey, why don't you put like a little pet on your stream? And I'm like, well, I didn't know you could do that. And then he showed me. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool actually. And then that's when this little guy was created and put into stream. Okay, so you can buy skills here. We're gonna purchase this. Alright, what else can we use? So the slot can only go up to 25 skill points, so we can get perks until we're at 25. Alright, we got 4 fragments left. Alright, we're gonna add these 2 more things here. And that's gonna be it because can't afford it anymore. Hold on. We can't put any more? What? Oh, we'll just stick with that. Our difficulty is on kind. Don't judge me, we're keeping it easy. I'm not like a hardcore Danganronpa player. Alright, let's do this. Let's see who killed Ryoma.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial.
Well, Akuma, we already know the rules. I'm loving those emotes.
During the trial, you'll present your
You got the best
argument
emotes.
for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it.
I feel like we might need to rework on mine. No, I think they're pretty good. I think
But if you pick
maybe
the
just put a new one in.
person, I'll punish everyone
that one's funny.
and that person will graduate from this academy.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's a very good one.
Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone.
Monokuma, we already know these rules.
Let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway.
Dude is so excited.
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is.
Who is it, Kokichi? Tell us who it is.
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone.
The person who's most suspicious is...
I don't trust this guy.
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit.
Why do you keep cutting him off?
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Yeah! I'm in top form today.
You're gonna keep cutting him off or what?
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you.
I think you are. That face says it all.
To play with me.
Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E. Himiko seems suspicious.
Ooh, that's exactly what he was gonna say, probably.
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend?
Can
I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me.
Angie's a manipulator. I never trusted her since the beginning.
The way to survive. You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all.
No, sorry. We're not followers like you of that god of yours.
I'll protect Himiko. But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show. His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think...
We I don't know if I've told you this, but we also have a YouTube channel now. We just created it, and we're gonna be streaming there and here as well on Twitch. Just try to test it out and see how we do there. I don't have a link for it or or a command for it. I have the link to it at in our about us on the Twitch page.
No, that's wrong. Underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
Found it? Nice, sweet. We usually streamed on Kick and Twitch, but I feel like every time we go live and we stream on Kick, we always get full of like bots and scammers on there. And like bad people promoting their stuff, and it's kind of toxic, honestly.
Now, did you kill
Yeah, it just kind of got annoying because like you would never know who was like actually pretty chill or genuine whenever they would come in chat. It's always like, hey, I'm selling my art. If you want to buy my art, no, I'm okay. No thanks.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
And then they'll say like the most absurd thing.
No, maybe it really was magic.
Yeah, those are pretty annoying. It's like, hey, I know how to customize channels. Are you interested? Give me your information. No thanks. I kind of do my own things.
A tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone. I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
I have my doubts. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. This the kind of like arguments we be having in Among Us.
Blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater.
Hold on. We got the Monokuma file 2. Cause of death was drowning. The victim's body was consumed by piranhas until only the bones remained. What's our other option?
To pull off a
Oh wait, I didn't mean to shoot it.
Fiona.
Scratch handcuffs.
Time right now. The tank above Ryoma opened and corrupted.
Wait, water tank trick and then the scratch handcuffs. What's that mean? Okay, it's right there. A hatch near the top that opens the water escape tank. Okay, there's that. And then there's the scratched handcuffs. Since it was made out of stainless steel, it was difficult to leave any marks, but small scratches were still visible. It seems to have been taken out of the shower room in the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. Okay. I think it's gonna be
Came pouring out.
the water tank trick.
The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
No, you lied. Oh, it's right there.
I'm titless, no one cares.
Titless is crazy. Why are we insulting her because her breast size is small? I know which one we need to shoot.
After that, the time ran out. The piranhas came pouring
Nope, that's not it.
Wrong. The underwater escape.
It was not magic, it was a trick. What? It was magic? No, I meant to derail that.
Oh no!
Hold on just a second.
Blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape trick.
Hold on, let's try that again. I think we were supposed to do the opposite. I think we were supposed to lie.
Pouring out.
Right here. Right there. What? Did it not hit?
We heard you the first time, titless, no one cares.
Scratch handcuffs. Ryoma's body was eaten by piranhas that fell into the tank. But I don't think that was the cause of death, and I'll prove it. Okay, then
Has blessed me with an epiphany.
it's gonna be the Monokuma file too.
The culprit used the
He drowned.
The time ran out. The Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
No, he drowned. That's how he died. He drowned. This game makes me use my brain cells. I'd actually think about that.
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas.
Fuck your stuff.
File indicates the cause of death is drowning.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. It was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
Yeah, throw it back. Is that Snorlax?
brat. Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
Telling lies turns you into a degenerate male. I don't think guys are the only ones that lie.
So what?
Snorlax out there throwing it back.
Ryoma drowned?
Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank.
Wait, if this cause of death was drowning, does that mean that they drowned him before, and then they threw him in the piranha tank? I hope bro was already dead before he got eaten alive. I mean, if he was still alive while he was getting eaten by piranhas, that's kind of painful. I know. Rest in peace. More like rest in pieces. Speaking of when Ryoma drowned after the piranhas dropped during the show, it's probably before, right? That's my guess.
That's it!
Ooh, look at us. We're doing good.
Ryoma was already drowned before the show started.
You see, my hunch was right.
Agreed. Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever.
It's delicious, Mr. _2.
Yeah, let's give the boy some food.
He had already
You better say thank you, Experion. You don't say thank you, you don't get no more treats.
hidden until the culprit made it appear in the
Fat ass for real. He's like, thank you, it was delicious. I'm sure it was.
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank, and then show it during the act.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body?
Hid the body?
Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Ooh, they're putting her in the hot seat.
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
Cause it's magic.
No, bullshit magic. That's not magic, it's fake.
No, maybe it really was magic.
Gonta, don't believe her.
Shut up.
Dang.
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko?
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
And we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secret behind Himiko's trick.
So, not real magic?
No, Gonta, it's not real magic.
No, it was real magic.
No.
Magic.
Oh my gosh.
No! It's Himiko's curse!
Bro.
These are really powerful!
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than that?
Y'all are acting way too silly for the scenario we're in right now. Our lives are on the line here, and you're over here casting curses.
How did Himiko escape the water?
She's gonna escape through the water tank. The secret door.
Yeah, but no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps a mechanism was set up on this.
Mechanism right there. Shoot it! No, what? Her escape back would have been impossible. I literally shot it with the evidence. I love that emote.
I was wrong! How did Himiko escape the water tank?
Hold on. Scratch handcuffs.
Found out and no one noticed.
Hold on. What's Gonta's account? When the timer hit 20 seconds, Gonta went on top of the stage. No one was in the tank during that time. Gonta didn't notice Ryoma inside the tank until after the piranhas were released. Okay.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Mechanism.
Okay, that's the wrong one. It's not mechanism.
The covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
Look at that square pane of glass we found in the tank.
Wait.
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
Secret hatch right there? I found it!
I agree.
Yes! Cut through those words. Let me cook.
Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
See, so it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab.
That's not magic, it's fake.
On the side that could open. That was her escape.
Bro. But ow.
No! Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male.
Bro, stop calling us a degenerate and actually tell us why we're wrong.
I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
Okay. I forgot how this goes. Wait, crammed piranhas?
The side of the tank being open
Wet staircase.
doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch. I know she didn't do that.
Well, you don't know nothing.
I'm gonna punch you!
Advance.
Wait a second. Before you punch me, what makes you so sure she did?
She ain't got no evidence.
If she escaped from the hatch in the tent, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
Right there. Got it.
I'll cut through your words.
Yeah, cut through those words, Shuichi. We saw water by the staircase.
There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch, meaning the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
How are you doing today?
How are you doing today?
Body was in stairs?
We're doing great, Experiana. That's the only sensible thing you've asked me right now.
How Himiko made her escape from underwater. There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
Good, Pando. Yes, we're doing great.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
Ha-ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed!
Damn. That's one way to call her out.
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Ooh. That's right. Her clothes weren't even wet. I didn't think about that. Be very sneaky.
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
No, why? No, okay. She never went into the water. She dried off quickly. She changed her uniform. No, there's no way. She never went into the water. Okay, so that was wrong?
I was wrong!
How is that wrong? Hold on, let's think critically here. She dried off quickly? No. She changed her uniform. That might be it.
That's it!
That's okay. Alright, that makes sense, I guess.
It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
I'm so glad I'm playing with headphones on. If somebody heard this walking by, they would get the wrong idea.
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Ah! Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Himiko can't get wet!
She can't.
Her body repels water.
What?
Huh? Like a duck?
Himiko's a duck?
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
She better crash out.
You win.
Yeah, you gave up.
It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them. I didn't need them. Because I used my magic.
Bro.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
I was gonna say, well, actually, I was gonna ask you the same thing too, Miyu.
Now that we
Y'all both
understand
crazy.
how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
I wanna know what kind of kinky stuff you're into, because you be saying the most outrageous things.
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for 2 people to fit in there.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank. At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs. That way she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is? I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Because she's the one that came up with the whole magic show. She's the reason why we were all there in the first place.
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Angie, you kinda... Angie, you kinda faked for that, honestly, because you helped her set up the magic show, and now you're like...
Angie,
keep accusing her.
more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
Exactly! Angie, you fake!
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees.
Angie, you crazy. You're crazy.
Are you okay with that, Tenko?
Totally fine with that.
What? What?
I don't care what anyone says.
We're all gonna die if we don't pick the right person.
Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything.
I'll be honest, we literally just met. We haven't even known each other for more than like a couple weeks.
I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die. So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko.
We need to stop, with the Himiko glaze here. Alright, we got Kanta's account and Kokichi's account. After he went to the dorms and returned to the ultimate lab at 11, he saw a figure of a girl in lingerie wandering around the courtyard a few times. What the hell, Kokichi? Ganta's account. He's the one that, no one was in the tank during that time. Ganta didn't notice. Ryoma inside the tank until the piranhas were released. Okay.
Who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When
Hold on.
Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden.
No, that's not it. What? Ganta's account didn't work?
And simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
Wait, Ganta saw something. Ganta, shoot! Oh, wrong button. Shoot, Ganta! There we go. I'm saying Ganta shoot like he's the one that's playing the game. I need to shoot.
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there. Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
No, that's actually a great clue. Because
Welcome Medium Scrape 8ZGPG.
if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull them out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point. For the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
No, stop. We don't need more bodies added to the list. Plus, you're all talk. You ain't gonna do nothing, Mew. Non-stop debate time. Scratch handcuffs.
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
Square glass pane. The square glass pane that was at the bottom of the piranha tank where Ryoma's body had appeared. The other bits of glass were shattered, but this pane remained perfectly squared. Okay.
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
Wait, hold on, but there's also piranha tank. During the magic show, it was hung over the water escape tank using the control panel for the stage lights. Only the front side was made out of glass. The other sides were made out of wood. It looked like there was no lid from the start. What the heck?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
Impossible. You need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
Wait, top
What about the
notch.
tank containing the piranhas?
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated,
Wait, separated. Nope, it's gonna be.
then it wouldn't have been devoured, correct?
Where
Mi-
were you hiding?
It might have been separated.
And what piranhas?
Way! Would have eaten it. We saw it.
Separated.
Right there. We got it. Ooh, first try too.
Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane.
How else would you explain the glass pane?
Just as I thought. Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank. It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
That means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas? Gonta knew it!
What is it, Gonta?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
Obscure the body?
Certain something?
We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Yeah? How could you hide a body like that?
How is he able to conceal the body? Maybe it's this one?
This is it!
Right there, the cramped piranhas. That's why they seem more cramped than usual.
The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Huh? The piranhas?
That's right.
That's insane. How do you cover the body with piranhas without them gnawing away at the body?
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
Okay, alright. To be fair, rabbits, they kind of go over the top with that. That's why there's so many.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased.
They F like rabbits. That's crazy.
Take nearly in half, right?
Crazy analogy.
The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
The glass pane was away from the piranha tank. It was really easy to detach that thing. So it's no wonder they used it as a divider.
Hey, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
Wow.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful.
Stop glazing Himiko.
Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
This much
Incoming
evidence
ad break.
seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be
Incoming
no
ad break.
anyone
Thanks for the heads up.
Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Okay, but still, that's way better!
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now!
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
Angie, you... I don't think you would ever apologize. I feel like Atua is like something that she created.
What a petty-ass god!
Wow.
No.
Let's not insult him, though. He might strike us down.
Angie. We should be mad at this class trial. At this killing game.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart!
That's what Atua said anyway.
What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Himiko's still brainwashed! But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
Yeah, we didn't even get far at all. Like, we're back at
Why are
where we
back to
started.
square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of Tard School or something?
Nuh-uh. Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
They always fight like siblings.
What alibi?
I guess I should have known a
You're gonna be
devil like you
lurking?
wouldn't understand.
Alright, thank you.
So let me explain.
Thanks for the lurk, man. Gonna go ride my four-wheeler for a bit. Oh, okay, sweet. Be careful on that. Yeah, those things can be really dangerous, but they're hella fun to ride. But yeah, thanks for the lurk, I appreciate it.
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake the body was hidden in the piranha tank.
Goes for 60, dang, that's crazy. 0 to 60 real quick.
But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
Yeah, just be safe. There's only one time the culprit could have set up this scene. Before the show? Yesterday during nighttime? Maybe during nighttime, I would say? No, that's not right. That's right. That's against school regulations. Yo, Shadow! What's up, man? Welcome.
Shadow
Thank you for welcoming him, Pando, or Experion. How you doing? Seen a GameStop on the way back from gym. Oh, really? Anything new? Any new games, of course? Before this morning? It had to have been before nighttime, maybe, because we were all busy doing that thing with Ganta. That's gonna be my guess. That's it. Perfect. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond is what you got? Sweet. Nice. I hope it wasn't too expensive.
Ding ding ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
There is a game that I've had my eye on that I want to get real soon, in a couple days. It's the Eden Zero game based off the anime and manga. Actually used copy.
Wait, how do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination.
Stop asking me dumbass questions, it's funny. But still a bit over $60. God dang!
Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Dang, you guys just do not like each other. A bitchlet's crazy. Look, you made her cry now. Kokichi, you gotta apologize.
I'm hungry.
First, the gym was closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
If you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
What? What's wrong with... What? Is that... It'll go off your butthole? What? I thought she meant the alarm.
No, she means the alarm.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like, why are we talking about his butthole?
After nighttime passed, morning came.
This game is so unserious sometimes.
Before the show was...
You're hungry? We just fed you.
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
Dang. Come on, y'all need to be nice.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
How much more narrow can we get? Time of death. We could use the Monokuma file. Hold on, that's not it. Let's look at the question first. What clue helps determine where Ryoma was killed? the insect meet and greet. That must have been it. No, it's not it either.
Damn it!
Hold on, we need to actually look at the stuff here. What clue helps determine when Ryoma was killed? Kokichi's account? Can we use that? No, of course it's not going to be useful.
I was wrong.
Okay, we need to see what else we can use here. Witnessing Ryoma. The last person who saw Ryoma was Ganta. That's what we should have picked.
This is it.
There we go, that's it. Because he was the last one that saw him.
If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Hirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so... Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began,
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes? Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta.
Uh-oh, the people with no alibi.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma.
That would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, you, and also Maki.
Now, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
Uh-oh.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
Okay, relax, Kyo.
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time. But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym.
You're accusing her of being suspicious right now?
I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
No, I don't think she would.
It is too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise.
Okay.
but Miu, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
Ooh, that's right.
You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Miu?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
Okay.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
Dang, she can't even prove that.
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Oh, wait. I remember now. I do have an alibi.
What is your alibi, Miu?
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
I'm not
Way
the
I'm the
culprit.
culprit!
Uh-oh. They're all three arguing. Alright, pretty much got the gist of it.
What is your alibi?
When I was running from the
Tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
got a little heated
Until they left with Gonta.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
What is going on?
Sure you did not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
Something about what Kibo said caught my attention. What did Kibo say?
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Wait. Hold on, pool rules. Prohibited during nighttime. What's the other one? Maki alone. Maki was standing guard in front of her lab last night. She stayed in her dorm room only during nighttime. Okay, she only stayed there only during nighttime. What else is there? Kokichi's account.
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the
No,
gym?
in my own room. Jeez.
Right there. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so it's not that?
What is your alibi?
Hey, Junko, welcome. You came just in time. Pool rules.
Really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
Hold on. Right there? What? How does that miss? We literally shot it. It makes no sense. Need to sort out everyone's statements, just like Kaede did. Something about what Kibo said caught my attention. Well, yeah, but...
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you...
Right there, we got it.
No, I think Hirumi's telling the truth. Kokichi's...
Yeah, because Kokichi's account. Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kurumi spotted me. That's right. After I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 p.m. Started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. Then she let him go around 10. So half of it was election, half of it was tag.
Kokichi met Hirumi at 9 p.m., and we were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Bro, our lives are on the line.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
He's a liar.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Dang.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
Dang. They're always both at each other's throats.
That would mean I killed
You can't do all of that in 5 minutes.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank. Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That would be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're including me too?
Like, you were at the insect meet and greet. You're just as guilty.
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Right?
Who?
There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
Uh-oh. One person can be eliminated as a suspect according to Kokichi. The figure he saw. We need to pin down who that was. The key to that fact lies in Kokichi, Gonta, and Miyu's statements. According to what we know, that figure Kokichi saw must be... It was some girl in lingerie. Can't be Maki, she was in her lab. Kaito's a dude, so it's gotta be Miyu.
That's it.
That was easy.
Kokichi, you're talking about Mew, right?
What? You?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
She has an alibi.
Hiya! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
He did see something weird. He saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. Too dark for him to make out who it was, but he saw her walk around for a bit.
A girl walking around half naked?
Actually, I feel like she would be the one to do it.
Who else could it be? But the horny exhibitionist Mew.
Dang.
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right? That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear. Even me.
Why would you do it in the first place?
That'd be a whole different issue.
Yeah, I mean, if we saw you walking around like a thong or something, I don't know what everybody else would think.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
So that's why he said that he saw Miyu, his face got red hot, and he could not bring her. She used her, what does she call it? Secret woman weapon, and then... Okay, so that's why she was blushing then. She used her secret weapon.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
An eyeful?
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew? Oh, well, 'cause, you know, I'm pretty stacked, so
Got naked because you were stacked?
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
Are you sure that's what you planned to do? I don't think that was planned.
that's my story and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches.
Check out the Pando Pet Cafe to play with me.
Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Dude, if we saw like a half-naked girl walking around the school that we weren't expecting to see, of course we're gonna get flustered.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta
Gonta got weird feeling? Gonta's never been horny before.
So Gonta ran away.
Good man, Gonta. You a gentleman.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it.
Okay.
I show my panties to the boys all the time.
From the expression on your face, I don't think you do.
And I mean all the time.
Alright, stop bragging.
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
During your next tug session is crazy.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Yeah, and she's an exhibitionist.
Yep.
She likes to get
well,
naked.
But at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
Has been recorded in the monopad. Okay.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by its...
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Two prime suspects, Kaido and Maki.
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
I don't like the sound of this.
We narrowed it down to two people, and one of those two is the culprit, right? Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah? Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is.
What?
To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
Work harder?
Have the two argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
You are twisted in the head.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit!
You've got issues, Kokichi. You really do.
If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the two suspects argue against each other. No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives.
You are crazy.
It's an argument that's totally not boring but super fun.
You're insane.
We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction. We'll scare the culprit until they screw up. That's how a true class trial works. Right, Monokuma?
Bro, you and Monokuma.
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I totes agree.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. Hot debatus. Smoke out the life.
And how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic. Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
The cop's pad.
Not just any cup's pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma.
Oh, what?
When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
So it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
One of these two had it?
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone. Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
The motive video that Ryoma had, was it Kaito's or Maki's? I should know the answer. Not Kaito because we had it. Maki? Neither? Maybe it was Maki. No way it was Maki's. What?
It was Maki's motive video, right?
Wow, how did you ever guess? Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yes, you're right.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
You're a manipulator.
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. If you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying to...
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's the culprit! I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
Which means...
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
Maki isn't the culprit either!
Huh?
What?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit. It's just a hunch I've got.
Hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
What?
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
You know, if the robot's having a hard time understanding you more than Kokichi, that's telling you something.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid.
How is
right?
everyone?
No, he might actually be that stupid.
Ouch.
Damn idiot. A two-a-duns idiot.
Hey, don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
What? You believe in her? But based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right? Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not. That's the only thing that matters.
So, you do not have any evidence?
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from. Because I want to believe in Himiko too.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes. However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
It's okay to be idiots, as long as you believe in people.
That's no Gunta. It's not okay to be dumb.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. It really hurts my feelings.
trust Kaido's feelings. It'll work out in the end, so.
I'll believe in Maki as well.
What?
That's our Kaido, right? Making us think with our hearts.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaido to this crime either. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them?
Yeah, how are we gonna do
Unless
this?
you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspects.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
What?
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Seriously, enough's enough. Stop calling me an idiot.
What are you trying to say, Maki? I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So I'll tell you.
Oh, tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
What the?
At nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
That's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they no have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
Quit fucking around! You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yeah, you feel like you would.
Yes, this seems too convenient.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie!
What would Maki say that now of all the times? If I trust her innocence, I should believe her statement. But should I? Intermission? Right now? We'll continue for just a little bit more.
Now then,
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Wait a second. What result? Voting time hasn't happened yet. Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Monosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember, Monotaro. Oh man, you're right. Silly me. I'm so forgetful. Wow. Didn't expect you all to get so worked up over such a small lie.
now then.
Let's just skip this trial and jump ahead to chapter 3. What the heck? Why are you out here trying to skip the story? That's chapter 1's case. How could you be this forgetful?
Another shocking truth.
Back to square one.
Square one? If square one, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
No, that's... Why are you so dumb, Monotaro?
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
What movie?
Wow, what does that mean?
I don't even know what you guys are trying to mean right now.
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're one to talk.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct?
Okay, then that makes sense.
Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video? I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
She
Bro.
admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pack.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video? It would have to be someone who knew who had each pad. It must have been Kokichi, right? Kokichi, right? Yeah.
That would be Kokichi. So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
Probably the second one. That's usually how it goes.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Why would you do that? You're just asking to get offed.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video.
Incoming ad break.
When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Everybody was pointing fingers.
Suspected? What for?
Kigumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
Bro, you're gonna get us killed because you weren't in the mood either.
Hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Ooh.
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Well, obviously, Gonta.
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. You don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
That's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party.
Okay, let's start with the sarcasm.
I just checked who had whose, so I could give them back to everyone after.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday. So we still suspect her? I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie? She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying.
Well, they live up to the saying, it takes one to know one.
I'm telling the truth.
Is it a lie or the truth? This is a turning point. This will change the fate of this case. And I said I would believe in Kaito, and that means believing in Maki. Change where the argument's going. Maki alone.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
Hold on. Hold on. What's Maki's account? Maki was standing guard in front of her lab last night. She stayed in her dorm room until only during nighttime. Okay.
What a load of crap!
Wait, Gunta's account. What's Gunta's account again? Okay, that's something else.
See Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place,
Wait, right here. No, that's not it. Met no one that night. What?
I was wrong!
Okay, so that was wrong.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
prove that this meeting took place. No reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie.
Okay, this is interesting. I can't say the two of them met now. That's an obvious lie. So if I can convince them that Maki being alone was a lie. Maki being alone was a lie.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma?
Wait, right here. No, that's not it. Alright, so that was wrong.
What a load of crap!
Can we see Ryoma at night?
I didn't meet with anyone else.
Maybe this right here. That's wrong too.
Oh no!
I met with
What a load of
Hold on. What's the second Mono Kuma file? Victim's body was discovered in the gym. All the death was by drowning. By piranha till the bones remain. All I've got is these three, so it's gotta be Maki's account.
Ryoma at night?
I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did you see those two together?
Would have come forward already.
I can prove that
Right there, we got it.
I only feel the truth. I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
oh, please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
Ryoma had a deep voice.
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! You heard their voices. Then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now. We don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked.
Hmm.
We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face?
I mean, we should have gone and checked it out. She's got a point.
That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Goto will believe friends.
You gonna believe him?
ZZZZ.
Shuichi has no reason to lie.
yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in turns. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too. Belief shall set you free.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore.
I just noticed
It's not like he's lying.
Experion's asleep. How long have you been asleep, Experion? Wake up.
All right.
Oh, he
that's
actually did
what
wake
said.
up.
Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
So, everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning. But
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
And when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
That's exactly what we're trying to figure out.
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, Dick Cheese?
Dick cheese? What?
Dick cheese?
That's my reaction.
But that's the
Who
only
calls somebody
possibility.
Dick Cheese?
That morning we were already at the gym.
it may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress. What a terrible title for a door.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
That's not the point.
Obey school rules, right? The body was
Calm down, everyone. Go to sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments. Disagreement?
What is going on here, Monokuma?
What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again? Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds! Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Y'all, I've been waiting for this the whole time.
Jeez, you gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
Split it down the middle. Ooh, no matter how many times they do it, it's still badass.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Angie!
I was in front of the gym with the others before the announcement.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit? Himiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Kaito!
Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
I got this!
Right there.
You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
Entering the pool at night is what's off limits, not the pool area itself. But should we trust Maki?
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
You know, this is a lot easier when you actually know what you're doing.
You cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank. Pretty close by. Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window, the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Exactly, Gonta. You a gentleman.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know. They used the ladder in the gym. You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
Ladder couldn't have been used like that in this crime. I can prove it. Doesn't reach the window.
That's it!
Right there, boom.
The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
He couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy. Then Gonta used his hard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Why do we keep putting this on Gonta?
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies.
Gonta would never do it.
Ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Don't take steroids.
You're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window? Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow him all away with the truth.
I actually don't know that yet.
Well, this is awkward.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
I actually thought he knew. And we knew.
Seriously?
Serves you right. You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty. Thieves just need to shut up and take their licks.
Take our licks? What? No. What do you mean by that?
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi.
I know, I have to do something, but...
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
It must have been the pool because he was drowned, right? There's just no way. Seeing it.
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found. When we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
That's exactly why we're doing the trial, 'cause somebody did it.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
What?
Amy Caldwell under the bridge?
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Okay, alright, Maki. You know what? We may still be an apprentice, but at least we've been doing what we should. You haven't done jack squiggle in this freaking trial.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Pool rules, and then
Dorm room?
black piece of fabric.
Relaxing in his room when you got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got pilot, doesn't he?
Toilets? Impossible.
What the hell?
We should consider places where outdoor.
The only place that fits is the pool. Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
Again with the magic.
Must be the pool then.
Nah, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Toilet drowning.
Sound.
What the heck?
First, let's establish the...
Wasn't it the dorm room? I was relaxing in his room when you got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There is nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Toilets? Impossible.
For places where water is stored.
The only place that fits.
No, not the pool, because there's the rules. You can't do it at night. Can't swim in the pool at night.
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
A dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying.
What the heck? Is this how you all bond as siblings?
In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
I feel like this is a reference to a movie.
After you leave, do I realize how much you mean?
Geez, get a room, you two. Oh wait, no, they're brother and sister.
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
What? What the heck?
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
That can be. Wait, what was the question? Hold on. What clue shows where Ryoma was killed? Scratch sink? That might be it.
This is it.
Oh, dude, I got it on the first try. Let's go. They drowned him in the sink. That's crazy.
Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
Scratch handcuffs. There we go. Easy.
This is it!
It's all coming together now.
The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Oh yeah, sort of look like they've been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank.
And then they ate my boy.
I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Alright, we don't need any more descriptions.
Stop! Please stop!
You're grossing her out. Stop it.
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed.
Shukuchi? What?
It's possible.
What the heck is the Shukuchi method?
Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not the throne.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... Whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
So we all agree
That-
Ryoma was drowned in
I
the
don't
sink in
I
his
don't get
lab,
it.
right?
What does that mean?
That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
Wow.
Carry his body to the
Look at you after we discovered that ourselves.
Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
Well, I hate to do this to y'all, but we're gonna call it done on this Danganronpa stream for today. Thank you everyone that showed up to the stream. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. I'll see you guys at the next stream. I'm not sure if we'll have another one in a bit today. But if we do, it'll probably be a different game. But thanks for joining us, and I'll see you guys at the next one. We'll continue this on another day.